My student ID is 2024653332. Now, let me introduce my group members. Hi, my name is Nurbatisha binti Mama Hafiz, and my student ID is 2024646338.
Hi, my name is Nurul Hasana binti Rusli. My student ID is 2024439108. So, let's begin.
What is compound interest? What is equity? Let's discuss together.
So, compound interest is a loan or investment that calculates based on the both initial principal and the accumulated interest from the previous period. In simple terms, it interest and interest, it help your money grow faster compared to that simple interest. Where the interest is only calculated in initial principal. Now, let me introduce you what is methodology of compound interest. So first of all, we have the original principal, which is P, the amount invested or deposit or borrowed. Next, we have a nominal interest rate, which is K, the interest rate together with the frequency. The next one, we have the interest rate per interest period, which is I, the interest rate for the each interest period. How to find I? We should use I equal to Km. So what is K and what is M? K is the nominal interest rate and M is frequency. So the next one, we have a number of interest period, which is N. The number of period during the investment period. How to find N? We should use N equal to MT. Like I already told you, M is frequency and T is term of the late in the years. The last one, we have the maturity value or future value, which is S. The total amount of the principal and the interest. How to find S? We should use S equal to P bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of N. The last one, there is the amount of interest, which is the capital big I, which is the difference between the total amount and the principal. How to find I? We should use I equal to S minus P. Here is the question that we want to solve together. Mrs. Linda wants to buy a house. She take out a loan from the bank for Rm 89,000 ringgit. And the interest rate charged is 6.4% per annum. The payment period is 13 years. Determine the amount that Mrs. Linda need to pay to the bank. Let's simplify the key words that we got in this statement. So first, P. P is original principal. So we get here is 89,000 ringgit. So S, we cannot find it because we should to determine the amount, the final amount. So that was a maturity value. K is 6.4% that we should to change them by divide by 100. So we got 0.064. So M is 1 because per annum is once a year.
I equal to K divide M. So here we got is 0.064 divide 1.
The last one, we got a N equal to MT. So what we got here is 1 multiply 25. So let's try solving this statement. The formula we should use is S equal to P bracket 1 plus I to the power of N. S equal to 89,000 ringgit bracket 1 plus 0.064 divide by 1 to the power of 1 multiply 25. So we need to settle the bracket first. So the bracket, we got a 4.715640609. So we can multiply the 89,000 ringgit. For the future value, we got the 419,692 ringgit and 1 cent.
Now, I'm going to explain on how to solve special case question for compound interest. But first, let's get to know what is the problem. Based by the same case, after 20 years of borrowing, Mrs. Linda wanted to buy a new car. So she made another loan from the same account for 10,000 ringgit. Find the final amount that Mrs. Linda has to pay. The original principal, P, is 89,000 ringgit. Since Mrs. Linda used the same account, we need to add RM 10,000 ringgit from another loan. Then K is 6.4% and we can convert it to 0.064 after dividing by 100. M is 1, I is equal to 0.064 per 1, and finally N equals to 1 in bracket 20 and 1 in bracket 25. Let's find S, that stands for maturity value. Based on the given formula, S equal to 89,000 in bracket 1 plus 0.064 per 1 to the power of 1 in bracket 20. Why 20? Because we need to find the maturity value after 20 years of borrowing. Firstly, we need to settle down what is in the bracket first, and then we can multiply the answer by 89,000 ringgit. And the answer should be 307,767 ringgit and 40 cents. The second maturity value, we have two brackets. For the first one, we have to add the answer for the first maturity value plus with 10,000 ringgit. And for the second bracket, 1 plus 0.064 per 1 to the power of 1 in bracket 25. Why 25? Because we need to find the final amount that Mrs. Linda has to pay. After you have solved these two brackets, the answer is 149,876 ringgit and 90 cents. So that is the answer for compound interest special case. Now, let's solve special case question for annuity. But first, we need to know what is the problem. Elise made an X loan of 351,874 ringgit and 80 cents from a bank that charged 5% compounded monthly to pay for a house. She paid 565 monthly for 25 years to settle the loan. She hoped to settle the balance of the loan immediately after paying the last payment on the 20th year. Determine the amount that Elise has to pay. The amount of the series payment R is 565, then the amount of the interest rate is 5%, and we can convert it to 0.05 after dividing by 100. And finally, N is 12 multiplied by 5 equals to 60. Let's find the original loan of the house that Elise has to pay. Based on the given formula, a to the power of 60 equal to 565 in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 0.05 per 12 to the power of negative 60 per 0.05 per 12. Firstly, we need to solve the upper bracket first, and the answer should be 0.220794697. After that, we need to minus the answer with 1 to solve the fraction. The answer inside the bracket should be
An annuity is a contract with a life insurance company that provides certain benefits in exchange for a deposit of money, known as a premium. Annuities are not life insurance policies. Next, a strategy for saving a little bit of money in the present and having a big payoff annuity in the future is called an annuity. Annuity, also known as a series of equal payments made at equal intervals of time. Second point is equal payments are deposited or paid periodically over time. For example, shop rentals. Next, the methodology of annuity, which is S is a future value known as the total savings or accumulated amount of paid and payments. Next, we have A. A is a present value known as the original loan or initial amount in the savings. Next, we have R. R is amount of the periodic or series payments. And next, we have small capital N, which is number of interest periods or payments. Last, but and the last one is small capital I, which is interest rate per interest period. The problem statement is Naura deposits Rm 565 every month in an account. She bought a house for Rm 351,874.80 with a 10% down payment. She took a loan to settle the balance at a bank that charged her an interest rate of 5% compounded monthly. Find the total interest incurred for 30 years. Next, the problem solving, which is R equal to 565 and A equal to 351,874.80 minus 351,874.80 multiplied with 10 per 100. And get the answer. So I equal to 565 in bracket 360 minus 316,774 687.32 cents. I equal to 203,400 minus 316,687.32 cents. So now we get the answer, which is RM 113,287.32 cents.